Hello there and a very good afternoon to you. Many thanks for joining us on Superscreen's Midday News. I am Adinike Owoye Ajiboye. The Federal Ministry of Education has inducted 700 newly recruited teachers for Unity schools nationwide. The Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Sonny Ekono, disclosed this during an induction course for teachers on educational planning and administration. Ekono said the aim of the course is to familiarize the teachers with the ethics and norms of their chosen profession. He warned that any teacher caught in misconduct within the 2-year probation would be fired. The NEPA head of training, James Fadokun, said the induction course was the third phase, noting that phase 1 was done in 2016 and phase 2 only in 2018. The Nigerian Senate has directed the police and the Department of State Services (DSS) to fish out those who hijacked the maize, a symbol of authority, and bring them to book. Addressing lawmakers after a closed-door session, Deputy Senate President Ike Ekeremadu summoned the Inspector General Police, Ibrahim Idris, to brief the upper chamber on the outcome of their investigations.
We hold that it will be a detour to the state of nature, where life was lawless and brutish, if what happened yesterday is allowed to go unpunished or to be swept under the carpet. It will never happen. We will get to the roots of this matter. We therefore call on the Inspector General of Police and the DGSS to ensure that all those who plotted, aided, abetted, and executed this dastardly affront on our democracy and belittled Nigeria before the international community must be brought to book to serve as a deterrent to others. We will be inviting them next week to brief us on the state of the investigation.
Recall that the police recovered the stolen maize under the flyover before Abuja City Gate, where it was said to be abandoned. A development that was also confirmed by the Deputy Senate President Ike Ekeremadu, who said the return of the maize, which was carted away by hoodlums, have been returned on Wednesday. And moving away from that, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has recovered property and cash worth 2.273 billion naira from Governor Ayodele Fayose of Ekiti State, a former Deputy Governor of Osun State, Iyola Omishore, and a former Minister of State for Defense, Senator Musiliu Obanikoro. Out of the 4.685 billion naira allocated to them by the Office of the National Security Advisor, ONSA, report says the cash, which was sourced from the $2.1 billion voted for arms procurement, was meant for the 2014 governorship campaign by Governor Ayodele Fayose and Omishore on the ticket of the People's Democratic Party (PDP). The trial of Omishore by EFCC is expected to begin any moment from now because charges have been preferred and filed against him. The EFCC is also awaiting a date for the court for the arraignment of Omishore, who is likely to be rearrested, but the prosecution of Fayose is withheld till after the completion of his tenure, and immediately he hands over to the next governor of the state. Armed robbers have killed a policeman in a robbery attack launched on a bank in Ifaki-Ekiti in the Ido-Osi local government area of Ekiti State. Reports say the robbers, whose number could not be ascertained, did not enter the bank but shattered the glass at the bank entrance with bullets. Social and economic activities were paralyzed for about 30 minutes as frightened residents reportedly fled in different directions. According to eyewitness, the attack happened some minutes after 4 p.m. after the bank had closed for the day. The Police Service Commission, PSC, says 45 officers who participated in the successful arrest of notorious kidnap kingpin Evans have been granted special promotion. A statement by a spokesperson for the PSC, Ikechukwu Ani, said the promotions were ratified at a plenary presided over by Chairman of the Commission, Mike Okiro. The PSC said 13 of the officers were promoted in acting capacity because they were not eligible for substantive promotion. The promotions come a year after Evans was arrested in Lagos alongside over 20 suspected members of his gang. The police have been widely hailed for the operation, which has been described as one of the highest points in recent years. 2 months ultimatum given by the Sultan of Sokoto, Sadu Abubakar III, that Fulani herdsmen should fish out the killer herdsmen amongst them has been generating reactions. A cross-section of Nigerians who spoke to Superscreen on this matter in Lagos expressed divergent views. While some fault the sincerity of the Sultan's intention as regards the ultimatum given, others condemned the leaders for paying lip service to security of lives and property.
What the man do is a very nice thing. Then our soldiers, security operators, what are they doing? They should help for this crisis. You know, this type of killings and all things can make the country disintegrate.
It's just saying for saying sake, because we have heard such a statement for long. They are not serious. They know who is who among of the leaders, and those henchmen, they know them. Because you cannot tell me every now and then they are killing people in every state of the federation, and there's never a time they brought anybody to present to the public that this is a person that is killing people. So automatically they are not serious. They know what they are doing.
Police cannot do their work. Army cannot do their work. Our government, our president, everybody. I don't know. I don't just know. People are dying every day, and they didn't even care. People are killing dozens all the time, every day. When you see newspaper, you listen to news, they're killing.
Nigeria now, everything is not moving out because of this thing that happened. Every day you hearing the killings, Benue killings, Bronu killings here and there, and the government is there. They are not doing anything.
I think our government will do something. They will put on the measure that makes everybody to be safe. Our country is very good. Our country, we have man capacity. We have everything here, but our government are not doing us well.
They also speak on possible solutions to the herdsmen farmers crisis in the country.
The president is the problem. Why Fulani herdsmen are killing? He said because they don't have land to train the cow. Is it the way federal governor supposed to talk? Instead, the president will say that let everybody that training any cow or this go to his farm where you are training. This is individual business. It's not Nigeria business. How can you expose a car everywhere, damaging people's something?
I understand the point that, okay, someone who has a force is talking, but we should be concerned about building institutions and not individuals. The Sultan of Sokoto, fine, is a big traditional ruler of traditional in the north, but what is the work of the security agencies? Do we have to wait for big men to talk before security agencies do their work? So that is the issue.
All the security agents or whatever should join hands together and get the solution to it. So these Fulani henchmen, how do they get their gun? Who give them the gun? Our president said that Gaddafi sponsored them, give them gun. If Gaddafi sponsored them or whoever sponsored them, can the commander-in-chief command the soldiers or whoever to arrest those Fulani henchmen or declare them as a terrorist group.
What we have is the same story. So involvement of Sultan of Sokoto cannot solve the problem of Nigeria. But to me, it is what government will do collectively, individually, meet the people in their community there. What is their problem? If it is what they will dialogue with them, they will dialogue and provide the social amenities to them, so that they can feel the impact of the government. When they are not feeling the impact of government, they will start destroying, killing themselves.
While a cross-section of Nigerians reacting on the farmers' herdsmen crisis and the ultimatum given by the Sultan of Sokoto, Sadu Abubakar III. And now moving on, 4 workers have been confirmed dead during a fresh attack at a construction site at Inchetahu in Basel local government area of Plateau State. Report says after the incident launched by suspected Fulani herdsmen, one of the masterminds, simply identified as Shagari, was arrested by security agents. The spokesperson for Miango Youth Development Association, Lawrence Zongo, called on security agents to beam their searchlight on Rafi Bona, where he alleged is a hideout for Fulani herdsmen. Zongo said security agents should investigate the community, mop up arms in the area, and make arrests. Some Christian and Muslim faithful have embarked on a 30-day prayer and fasting to seek God's intervention in the nation's political sphere ahead of the 2019 general election. National Chairman United Christian Leaders Eagle Eyes Forum, Pastor Aminchi Habu, who discussed this to journalists in Abuja, said the prayer and fasting is for God to help Nigerians make the right choice during elections. Report says the 30-day special prayer and fasting, which started on April 16, will end on May 16. Habu said Nigeria needed a visionary leader with a mindset to make it great. You're still watching Superscreen's Media News. We'll take a short break here. More news after this timeout. To stay. Well, it's so glad to have you back now in business news. The Naira is expected to remain stable against the United States dollar in coming weeks as the Central Bank of Nigeria continues to intervene in the foreign exchange market. The CBN on Wednesday injected $210 million into the foreign market, about a week after it injected $200 million into the market. Analysts and forex traders said the Naira would likely remain stable in the week ahead, boosted by the CBN's ability to intervene in the currency market amid rising foreign exchange reserves and higher crude prices. The country's external reserves had hit $47 billion as of April 16, providing more ammunition for the central bank to defend the Naira. The country runs a 2-year-old multiple foreign exchange system, which has been criticized by the International Monetary Fund. On the official market, the Naira was quoted at about 305.60 per dollar on Thursday, while importers bid for dollars from the CBN was 337. An integrated agricultural project is being planned for Ekiti that may lead to the creation of 25,000 jobs. This is according to the facilitator of an initiative. A fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria and stock market trader Muyiwa Koka disclosed this in a statement. Also said that 200,000 hectares of land would be needed for the project. Already, he said that he was contacting some partners working with the United Nations for the establishment of the Integrated Agricultural Initiative, specially tailored for Ekiti State. Coker, who is a governorship aspirant, on the All Progressives Congress APC in Ekiti State said the plan to establish mechanized farms which would process farm produce for consumption by people and create employment and wealth for at least 25,000 youths. And that's it in business news. We're taking out a short break here. We'll bring you foreign news after this time out. Join us again.